Hey guys, welcome back for another video, and today I'm going to be discussing some of my most anticipated books for July, so let's get started. As usual, if you don't know me, I don't read synopsises, I go by covers, so this is always a kind of a fun. And also, I don't have the software to do like the pretty little thing where you can put the book right here. I don't have that software. I'm not going to pay for that because, well, number one, I'm cheap, and number two, I just bought a house and I'm broke as F. So I'm going to talk about them. Then there's going to be like an awkward picture that's going to pop up, and then we're just going to continue like it never happened. Anyways, so here are some books that I am super excited about that have either already come out this month, which, you know, is like July 9th, or are going to come out by the end of July. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is Sea Witches by Sarah Henning. I hate the Goodreads app. It updated, and like everything that I loved about the app went away. I'm stuck with a potato. I don't understand it. Maybe and read more? No. So it is Sea Witches by Sarah Henning. Apparently I'm not going to be able to tell you the release dates. I don't know, I might if I can figure it out. But if you can see on the cover, it looks like a freaking Ursula. What is the synopsis? Ever since her best friend Anna drowned, Evie has been an outcast in her small fishing town. A freak, a curse, a witch. So, I mean, automatically that drew me in because, hey, look, death, drowning. I like mermaids. I like sea tales. I'm digging this YA trend that we got in 2018 with all the pirates and all the mermaids. I'm digging it. I love it. Let's get some more of it. I don't know. Another one that is coming out is Heart of Thorns. It is the first book in a new series, and I predict it's probably going to be in a few book boxes. It is by Bree Barton. And it says, in the ancient river kingdom, touch is a battlefield. Bodies, the instruments of war. 17-year-old Mia Rose has pledged her life to hunting Gryrich, women who can manipulate flesh, bones, breath, and blood. Oh, they're demons. Okay. Well, that's cool. And like the cover's kind of like, I know you can't even see, but you're gonna see. I'm gonna post a picture. But the cover's kind of minimalistic. And I really like it. We also have coming out this month, we have the fourth book. Yeah, the fourth book in the Darkest Mind series. I've not started it yet, but I've seen the movie trailer. Is it a movie trailer or is it a TV show? I don't know. I've seen it. It's really good looking. I don't know how well it stacks up to the book because if you can't see, it's right over there. I have not started it yet because that shelf, that shelf, that shelf, that shelf is all TBR. I have a problem. But yeah, it's on my TBR shelf. It's on the long end of the TBR shelf. It might get read sometime before I die, or it might not. I don't know. We're also getting Grace and Fury. And while I think I gave it a 3.5 out of 5, I'm still really excited to see it come out. I've been seeing a lot of other reviews out there for it. People seem to be loving it. I'm really glad. It was a pretty good book. It was pretty decent, and you know, I can't wait. I mean, it was pretty good. I'm not gonna knock someone's. I think it's her debut, maybe her debut book. It was because for a debut book, it was pretty good. And then we also have Contagion, which again is another first in a series by Erin Bowman. Oh no, I'm using Goodreads and the app crashed. There you go, Contagion by Erin Bowman. I was right. See here. It's got, I can't speak. It got in us. After receiving an urgent SOS from a work detail on a distant planet, a skeleton crew is dispatched to perform a standard search and rescue mission. Most are dead. But when the crew arrives, they find an abandoned site littered with rotten food, discarded weapons, and dead bodies. Don't set foot in here. As they try to piece together who, or what, could have decimated an entire operation, they discover that some things are best left buried, and some monsters are only ready to wake up. It sounds good. I really like sci-fi. I don't know what has gotten into me, but I am on a huge sci-fi kick since last year. And anything to do with death and disease is right up my alley. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm in this trend. We also have the supervillain in me. I'm a really big fan of superheroes. One of my favorite series, I should say, is the Reckoner series by Brandon Sanderson, which it focuses around superheroes, well, supervillains, but you know, whatever. And so when I read this, it seemed really cute. In Abby Hamilton's world, superheroes do more than just stop crime and save cats stuck in trees. They also drink milk straight from the carton and hog the TV remote. Abby's older brother moonlights as the famous Red Comet, but without powers of her own. Following his footsteps has never crossed her mind. That is, until the city's new vigilante comes bursting into her life. I know this is probably going to be just some cliche YA teen romance, but you know what? Give it to me. It has supervillains, it's superheroes, whatever. Give it to me. We also have something that I've been anticipating since it released over in the UK. It is The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James. Again, I think she's wrote a couple of books. I think this is like her first big release book, if I'm not mistaken. And the the UK cover is much prettier than what we're getting in the US, and I am super bummed. I might have to order the UK one. Can you fall in love with someone that you've never met, never even spoken to, someone who is light years away? Romy Silvers is the only surviving crew member of a spaceship traveling to a new planet on a mission to establish a second home for humanity amongst the stars. Alone in space, she is the loneliest girl in the universe until she hears about a new ship which has launched from Earth with a single passenger on board, a boy called Jay. Their only communication with each other is via email, and due to the distance between them, their messages take months to transmit across space. And yet, Romy finds herself falling in love. But what does Romy really know about Jay? And what do the mysterious messages which have started arriving from Earth really mean? Sometimes there's something worse than being alone. And I was hooked. Super hooked. I have been wanting to read it since it came out in the UK. I've been super excited. It released on Edelweiss, I don't know how you pronounce that, and I couldn't get it to work. I was so upset, wanting a copy so bad. We also have one that looks like it's gonna be kind of scary. It's called, if Goodreads would ever work, Campfire by Sean Sarlas. James Patterson, I know that name. When camping in a remote location, Maddie Davenport gathers around the fire with her friends and family to tell scary stories. Caleb, the handsome young guide, shares the local legend of ferocious mountain men who hunt unsuspecting campers and leave their mark by carving grisly antlers into their victim's head. Next day, the story continues. Maddie and her family are lost in the deep woods with no way out, being stalked by their worst nightmares because there were other more horrifying stories told that night, and Maddie's is about to find out just how they end. Like, that sounds like something straight out of Are You Afraid of the Dark, which was an old Nickelodeon show where these kids would sit around the campfire and tell a scary story each episode. It was frightening. The movie was very frightening. It was like R.L. Stine level of horror, and I absolutely loved it. We also have FAWKES by Nadine Brandeis, which I'm super excited about. Nadine is such a sweet Supergirl. She has a YouTube channel. I'll try to link it down below. She has an amazing bookstagram. I have total bookshelf envy for her. And this is one of her bigger releases. She also wrote the Time to Die series, and it was pretty good. I really liked it, but I'm really excited about this one because it's a historical fiction YA fantasy. And I love me some historical fiction. Thomas Fox is turning to stone, and the only cure to the stone plague is to join his father's plot to assassinate the King of England. Silent wars leave the most carnage. The wars that are never declared but are carried out in dark alleys with masked and hidden knives. Wars where color power alters the natural rhythm of the 17th century London. And when the king calls for peace, no one listens until he finally calls for death. But what if death finds him first? And I'm super stoked. I'm not even going to read the rest of it because I just want to kind of go in like totally blind and totally immerse myself into Nadine's world. Like, she is oh Lord, she is so good at world building, and I can't wait to see what she does with this. We also have Sanctuary by Karen Lix. Lix, I can't pronounce that. Coming out in July. It is tagged as Alien meets Alexandra Brecken's The Darkest Minds, in this thrilling debut novel about prison guard in training Kinsey, who's taken hostage by the superpowered criminal teens of the Sanctuary space station, only to have to band together with them when the station is attacked by mysterious creatures. I'm not even going to read the rest. I'm hooked. I love it. Give me more of it. I want it. I was supposed to be on a book buying ban, but that ain't gonna last. Actually, that's already, you know what? That's already gone. But yeah. Oh, and we also get for some sequels that I've not read yet, but I'm super excited about regardless. Besides the Darkest Mind series, we got Bright Reburn, which is the Conquering Sagas number 3 by Kirsten White. The Brink of Darkness, which is the sequel to The Edge of Everything. And one that I've been thinking about getting, and now that I might, it's The Traitor's Room, which is the sequel to The Traitor's Circle, maybe? I think that's what it is. I've been thinking about getting that series, and I think I might. And then we have, Nixia Unleashed. So I have Nixia by Scott Rentigan. And I've not yet read it, but it's a sci-fi, and he's got a sequel coming out, and you know what? Why not? I am anticipating it because I like sci-fi. Eventually I'm going to read it, and I'm excited regardless. I've been hearing like some really good things about Nixia, and so to hear about Nixia getting a sequel is super exciting to me, and I might bump it up on my TBR just to read it. So yeah, that's all of July. There's not a lot out there, but I am super excited about several of them that are coming out. I would have made this video even if I only had one. I don't know. But yeah, super excited about FAWKES, about Supervillain and Me, and the Sanctuary and Contagion. I mean, that just hits on my highlights. Superheroes, historical fiction, sci-fi. That just hits all the must-haves for me in books. Alright, so I'm going to go and sneak some books onto my Amazon cart and buy them before my husband sees. So thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you again. Bye!